celebrating everything the Coastal Bend has to offer.
This is a great place to live, so let's talk about it.
Get the scoop on the latest trends, popular fashions, hottest music, exciting events, and so much more.
Come on, let's have some fun.
This is Coastal Living on KZTV.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coastal Living, the at-home edition. We're so excited to be joining you from the comfort of our own homes so that we can hold hands virtually and get through this together. With me, I have my co-host, Jocelyn. How are you today, Jocelyn?
Hey there, Clarissa. I am doing great, and guess what day it is?
What day is it?
Hump Day, and it's not only Hump Day, it's Wellness Wednesday, what we like to call it, and we have so much great content that we're going to have on our show today, and I'm very excited to be here with you. How are you doing?
Good. I'm excited too. We're halfway through our first week back on air, which I'm ecstatic about. And Wednesday, you know, it's kind of, again, your hump through the week. It's all downhill in a good way from here towards the weekend. And we want to really focus on wellness, whether it be physical, mental health. It's just so important, and it's really where the true happiness starts and ends, is with yourself, with your body, with your mind and your spirit. So we want to make sure that we're taking care of that, right?
Yes, definitely. And speaking of taking care, I have a very special announcement to make, and it's for all of our nurses here in our community and nationwide. It is National Nurse Day. And it is just such a coincidence that today is National Nurse Day because of this very interesting time. And we want to honor them and thank them for everything that they're doing. Don't you think, Clarissa?
I agree. You know, many of our nurses, you went to school to sign up to be a nurse or a doctor or even a first responder, but today it's Nurses Day, so you get the attention. Either way, you didn't sign up for coronavirus. You didn't sign up for COVID-19. You didn't sign up for this 2020 pandemic. But you're here, you're caring for our community, sacrificing and putting on the line your own health, the health of your families, the health of your children's, and it does not go unnoticed. We truly appreciate all of our first responders, but today, especially our nurses. I have to give a shout out to my sister, who is a nurse and has put herself in danger during the beginning of all of this and continues to do so. So it is very special. We appreciate you all, and you're always in our thoughts and prayers as well, because we know that it's something very, very serious, and it can't be taken lightly.
Yes, I definitely agree. Very well said. So to all of our nurses in our community, thank you, thank you, thank you for being our heroes, not just during this crazy time, but always.
Absolutely. We celebrate you today. And you know, with Wellness Wednesday, it's not only important to take care of your physical health, but so important to pay attention and care for your mental health. So many of us are handling this interesting circumstance very differently, and that's totally okay. If you find yourself suffering from depression or confusion during this time, it's perfectly normal, but there are some things that we can do to help sort of ease the playing field and help you feel just as normal as you possibly can during this weird time. So we're able to visit with our mental health expert to get some tips on how to find normalcy and peace during COVID-19. Check it out.
I have the honor of visiting with Dr. Kate Rodriguez. She is a licensed professional counselor here to share some advice with us to get us through this social distancing era, if you will. Thank you for joining me today, Kate.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we have a few things we want to touch on. At this point, I think we can all agree that this is taking its toll on our mental health. You know, there are some pros and cons of being at home with our families for some of us. For others, they may be in a situation where they feel unsafe. What advice do you have for someone who might be in like a domestic violence situation under these circumstances?
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people are going through that right now. Children, women, all sorts of people are having a lot of trouble with domestic violence, and there's still a lot of help out there. The Purple Door is a wonderful resource, but also like make a call, find a safe place and make a call to the police or to report things, because even though most of the city is shut down, the police officers are still out there, and so are the helpers at the Purple Door.
Absolutely. Well, that's great advice. And we know the Purple Door is a wonderful resource for people who need their help. So make sure to reach out. Now, let's go to something a little less touchy. We've got just people who are alone. Maybe they don't have a partner or a family to share this experience with. And we're all practicing are social distancing. So what about those that are alone at home and feeling sort of loopy at this point?
Oh, wow. Yeah, the social isolation is causing a lot of stress and depression for a lot of people. In fact, I talked to one of my friends who lives in New York City the other day, and she's been quarantined for 5 weeks by herself. And I was asking her what kind of stuff she's doing, and she said the biggest thing that's helping is by staying connected, whether it's like this on FaceTime, text messages, but actually talking to people and sharing your fears with people that care for you. You're going to realize you're not the only one with these kind of fears. When you're isolated, you start to feel like you're the only one that's going crazy, when in fact, about half of the United States right now is saying that this quarantine is affecting their mental health. 20% are saying it's a major problem. So you're not alone. So reach out to other people and talk about it.
Definitely. That's wonderful advice. And there are ways to stay interactive, like you said, using video apps like this, or even I've kind of lost grip of the games that you can have on your phone where you can interact with your friends. So download Yahtzee or whatever your thing is, and you can play and interact with your friends that way. So it's another way to not feel alone.
Yes, that is I'm glad you brought that up. I have a lot of friends a lot of friends and family and clients who are using video games, who are still using the internet to connect with their headsets or however that they connect with their friends. It doesn't matter. If it's a nerdy game, it's okay. Like right now, drop all judgment of yourself and do whatever is going to help you get through this. It's about surviving at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Survival of not just the fittest, but just all of us, because we need each other's help. So let me jump to the other spectrum. There's people that are alone. And if you are watching and you feel that way, think about the opposite situation. The mother and father, or even single parent with 2, 3, 4 kids that are going wild. You have to work. You've got to pay the bills. You have to teach your kids from home. You have to feed them. You have to keep them entertained. You're probably losing your mind. What about those parents?
I don't know. If you have some advice, let me know. I'm just kidding. There's a lot of different things you can do. There are people that are sharing schedules, for instance, that are showing like their homeschool schedule. If that works for you, fantastic. But if you are kind of feeling like all over the place, have a routine. You don't have to be so strict, like 8:15 we wake up and 8:30 we eat breakfast. You don't have to be like that. But if you have at least some sort of schedule that you can follow, a little bit of structure is at least going to help the situation. And don't be hard on yourself if one day you do an awesome homeschool lesson and then the next day all you do is watch Disney Plus. It's okay. Whatever is going to help you with your sanity to get through this, that's what's important. It's okay if you're not going to be like the most magical parent at homeschooling out there. I know there's a lot of people that are doing wonderful jobs with that, but if you're not up to that, it's okay.
Exactly. I think that we all just need to wear a shirt that just says it's okay. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through,
it's okay.
If you want to cry, if you want to smile and be goofy, it's okay. But we are going to get through this together. And Kate, Dr. Kate, I really appreciate, we're good friends. So let's go, Kate. Really appreciate your time. Thank you for always taking the time to sit with us and share information with our community that I know is so valuable. Stay well, and we'll be playing some online games together to get through this.
Yeah, sounds good. FaceTime happy hour.
That's right. I'm ready for that glass of wine. Thank you so much, Dr. Kate. You have a great day.
Absolutely. You too.
So I think we got some really useful information from Dr. Kate. It's always a pleasure to have her on the show sharing such important information, especially during this time. So moving on, we really have a great show coming up for you all today. All the details on one of our favorite Coastal Bend traditions, Buck Days, has not only been rescheduled, but I feel like we're getting a double dose this year, and I'm not mad about it. We'll find out more later in the show. Plus, we have our challenge of the day. But first, when we return, we're going to celebrate Wellness Wednesday with Jocelyn, who put together a fantastic at-home workout that is user-friendly and will get you sweating and feeling good. We'll be right back on Coastal Living.
You're watching Coastal Living on KZTV, the only lifestyle show made in the Coastal Bend for the Coastal Bend.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.